As the Iowa caucuses approached, Reynolds broke with tradition by supporting former President Donald Trump's opponent. What will he gain? For decades, it was customary for Iowa governors to remain neutral ahead of the state's pivotal caucuses, the first major contest in the United States presidential race. Kim Reynolds also appeared poised to continue that tradition for much of last year. But facing pressure from Republican frontrunner Donald Trump to choose a side, Reynolds made a bold choice. He decided to support Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis over his former ally, the former president. Now, with the Iowa caucuses just days away, decision is seen as test of her strength as a rising star in the Republican Party and high-risk gamble that could alienate from Trump's large base of supporters. Governors have long played a key role in supporting particular presidential candidates and organizing state parties to prepare for this year's elections. University of Michigan political science professor Ken Coleman told Al Jazeera, "What is interesting is the calculations made by different leaders. What is the right timing to break away from Trump? Betting that opposing him now will gain support now rather than later, once the party has moved on from Trump and become a normal party again." Coleman added that it remains unclear whether this bet will ultimately pay off. Leaders like Reynolds are playing a longer game than others. But it's clearly a risky game. Cracks in Trump's leadership. Trump, who attended caucuses in Iowa on January 15, continues to be clear leader in race for Republican presidential nomination. The national polling average compiled by the website 538 shows Trump with a nearly 50 percentage point lead over his next closest rivals, DeSantis and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley. So far, no Republican candidate has come close to challenging Trump's leadership. However, Reynolds and New Hampshire Gov. Chris Sununu supported Trump rivals in the party endorsement, revealing subtle fault lines in the Republican caucus. Reynolds attributed his decision to political pragmatism in an interview with the Des Moines Register. "I don't think he can win," he said of his prospects in the general election, where Trump will face a rematch with current President Joe Biden. He also noted the relative youth of DeSantis, 45, compared to Trump, 77. However, some analysts believe that behind-the-scenes friction contributed to Reynolds' decision. Trump, in particular, publicly chastised the governor for his initial gestures toward neutrality. But since 1996, no Iowa governor has endorsed a candidate before the caucuses. Reynolds personally can't stand Trump and he likes DeSantis and got attached to him early on. Stephen Schmidt, a professor emeritus at Iowa State University, told Al Jazeera. Schmidt explained that DeSantis and Reynolds bonded during the COVID-19 pandemic, when both of their states resisted federal health recommendations to